with me.
Hello.
Hiya, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All good, all good. How's your day been? Okay.
Oh, yes. Just been hanging out.
So what we'll do is we'll give it a couple of minutes until 9 here, 4 there, give people a chance to join, and then we'll crack on.
Sounds good.
Little Wolf, hi. Good to see you join. So Novi, as I said, sorry, not I keep saying Novi or Katie. I keep getting confused.
Either way, it's fine.
So yeah, we're just we'll run through the RTPM questions. I've
Uh-huh.
picked out some community questions,
Sure.
and then we'll open it up to anybody who's listening to ask any more questions.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That daylight savings time thing would have would have mucked this up, wouldn't it? Really? I think Cynthia jumped on that this afternoon. It's like, oh, I think
Yes.
there's daylight savings time now. Which would have been fun.
I don't even know which one we're in, to be honest. If
I don't
it's
really see. I don't
daylight
see the
time or
point in it,
standard
to be
time
honest.
or who knows.
Yeah, and I don't see the point in it. I mean, what's the point in changing the time?
Oh, I don't see a point
It,
either. I think it's dumb.
it just confuses people. There we go. So we'll get started, and obviously, as people join, they can pick up where we are. So, um, welcome to episode 2 of Ask the VP. And today we are joined by Novi, also known as Katie. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
The important question, did you listen to last week's to find out what's going to happen?
I did actually, yes.
Good, good. So yeah, we'll run through some questions from the TPM team.
Hmm.
I've got some community questions that people have asked on the teaser post this week, and then we'll open it up to anybody who is listening for any more questions. So,
Hmm.
first question: how long have you been gaming? Um, and of that time you've been gaming, what is your favourite game of all time?
um, I don't know. I think it was. I mean, it's been a long time, but probably I don't know, like 10 years old. The first,
Yeah,
well, no, I guess the first thing I had was a Game Gear. I don't know if anybody had a Sega Game Gear. It was a giant
yeah, yeah. No,
handheld
Game Gear.
brick. It probably weighed like 5 or 6 pounds. It was so heavy. Um, but then I got, an N64, and yeah, I've had a lot of consoles through my life.
What?
But I didn't really get totally into gaming until probably the 360, when I was in college. That's really when I got
Yeah.
more into it. Um, and I don't know. I don't really have a favorite game of all time. I've never had just one game that's my favorite. I have a bunch of games that I really like. Um,
So what's your top three then? What's
uh,
if you had to pick a couple, which you like your comfort games or games you go back to?
well,
What
probably
what would those be?
Zelda, Ocarina of Time. That's definitely up there.
Classic,
I love that
classic.
one. Skyrim. I mean, I always love Skyrim. That was kind of really what got me into RPGs. I love The Witcher. That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Um, and then I guess Rocket League, honestly, that has to be up there. I spent thousands of hours in that game. Although I've kind of fallen off of it lately, but yeah, I do love that game
See, I've
too.
never played Rocket. I've never played Rocket
Oh
League.
my gosh, it's so
So
fun.
is it basically just football with cars?
Yeah, pretty much. And you can fly around and drive up the walls.
See, I was never. So I'm not really good at driving or football, so I think I'd be quite bad at that
Well, I
game.
wasn't good at it first. But the thing about that game is that, like, no matter what level you are, it's still fun. Like, even if you're horrible,
Yeah,
like, you're still having fun doing it. Unlike, I don't know, I feel like Call of Duty, it's like, unless you're actually winning, it's not really that fun. But that's just me, so
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Those sort of party games are good, aren't they? Like you said, you just go there to have fun with your mates, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Or on your own, or
Oh,
however.
yeah.
It is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So the consoles you listed, you've obviously 360, Game Gear, N64, and bits and pieces. What's kind of your standout console? Have you got a PS5 now? Have you got an Xbox Series X or S? What do you play on at the moment?
I've got everything. I've got the PS5, I've got the Series X, and I have a Switch. Yeah.
And which one do you find you play the
Oh,
most?
I play Xbox the most for sure. I play everything on
Yeah,
Xbox if I can. I have the PS5.
yeah,
Well, I mean, I want it, but I have it because there's a ton of exclusives on PlayStation that I want to play. But
yeah.
basically, if it's cross-platform, I'll play it on Xbox.
And how do you find the performance and like from speed or graphics, that kind of thing, between the Series X and the PS5?
It's basically the
Is there
same,
much difference?
honestly.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that much difference. What I just like the controller better on Xbox.
yeah,
And that's kind of where I
yeah,
started was Xbox. So that's just sort of what I'm more familiar with. And at the time, like, that's where all my friends were on the Xbox. And so that's sort of just where I go naturally now.
yeah.
But yeah,
I think that probably is the hardest thing when you change consoles, getting used to the controller, isn't it?
oh yeah. No,
It's so
I
difficult.
can't do those analog sticks. They're awful. I'm sorry, but
I,
they're
I
awful.
did, I did. No, I feel you there because I've recently come from a Series S to a
Uh-huh.
PS5, and when I first picked up the DualSense controller, I mean, I love it now because I've got used to it. But when I first picked it up, it felt so alien
Oh
to
yeah.
me. And I was so used to the positioning of the Xbox controller. But I think they're much of a muchness. What if you play on most, you get used to it, don't you?
Yes. Well, and didn't PlayStation come out with a Pro controller that had the Xbox setup?
I think they did, didn't they?
Which
Somewhere.
just to me
I
proves that
think
it's the better one.
they did.
They're
Yeah,
like, well, if you're real
I kind
serious,
of
you want it in this orientation.
yeah. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So you've obviously had a lot of consoles.
Uh-huh.
You play across
Hmm.
platforms. What got you into virtual photography? Obviously, a lot of people game to start off with. What drew you to virtual photography in the first place?
I honestly don't know. I looked back to see which game, was the earliest I captured, and it was Uncharted 4 was the first
Oh yeah,
actual photo mode that I did anything in. And then I guess it would be Assassin's Creed Origins was after that, I think.
yeah.
But I don't know why. I have no idea, honestly. I
And
I tried to
you just
think.
picked it up,
Yeah.
found it,
I was just like, I guess I just tried it out and was like, hey, this is fun. And yeah, I don't know.
and the rest is
I don't know
history.
why I got into it, to be honest.
Do you have a favourite photo mode
Uh, well, I mean, if you're
or
talking
one
about
that?
one that's like the best one, honestly,
Mm.
like Bound has one of the best photo modes.
See, I've not played Bound. So is it got quite a lot of settings? Is it quite simple?
It's got a lot of settings. It's just very um it has a lot of freedom to it, I guess. Um
Yeah,
but without being overly complicated. Like I feel like Days
yeah,
Gone had a lot of freedom, but it was a bit almost too much, at least for me. Because I'm not good with
mm.
RGB channels. I couldn't do anything with those.
Yeah.
But
I think to start off with, it's a lot of guesswork, isn't it, with
yes.
that, and to play around it in bits and pieces. I mean, it kind of ties into. We got asked a question by Megaforce on Twitter, and it kind of ties in with what we're talking
Uh-huh.
about. He's asked what standardized features or options would you add to a photo mode, and what would you consider a gold standard when it comes to photo mode? So you've mentioned there, obviously, Bound has a good photo mode. I think we've discussed on other episodes, and I think everybody's discussed across Twitter about, Insomniac and God of War's brilliant photo mode, but we won't get back into that one. But yeah, I mean, you say Bound has obviously got everything you need to do what you need to do. Would you consider that from your perspective as a gold standard, or is it just something you feel comfortable with?
I don't know if any photo mode has a gold standard because I feel like, they all have something that I want from it, but not one photo mode has everything that I want, unfortunately. Because even Bound, they don't have the light system that Insomniac has, and I love that thing.
Oh, it's brilliant,
That's
isn't it?
just,
Absolutely
I wish
brilliant.
that was in every photo mode.
I know. I think that's the kind of I think when a lot of people talk about gold standard is what would you take from a photo mode and replicate across all the other photo modes, and with Insomniacs and we've seen it in the Last of Us Part 1 where they brought the lights over. It's just those extra settings that give us more freedom, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
And do you use all the features, or do you just have your go-to things that you always tweak? Because I know everybody has a style and a kind of way they set up their photos and edit them. Do you go like natural? Do you just line it up and no filters or anything?
I'm pretty simple with it, I would say. I don't generally use a lot of the features. A lot of the filters I just don't really like, unless it's like there's a warm one and I want to add some temperature to the picture or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't do much. And I like Assassin's Creed, the photo mode, in the last
yeah,
couple games. Because they have what I want, but not overly excessive, I guess.
yeah. They're not overly complicated, are they? They're quite
Yeah,
simple, but have the basic tools.
they have your free cam, which is with a pretty good range. They've got your zoom, which is pretty good zoom, and I love that it's a free zoom. I hate the slider zooms that run on ticks. I hate
Yeah,
those. And then you have the free focus as well, because you can just focus on any part of the
anything.
picture. You don't have to use that slider again, because inevitably, your focus is like right in between two of them.
Yeah.
It's just always what happens.
I think that's when we're talking about what you would bring over to another photo. And I think the automatic focus, I know obviously Assassin's Creed has it where you can move it around. I know Kenna Bridge of Spirits has it as well. And there's probably other photo modes that have it. But yeah, the slider for me, I'm not going to pretend that my eyesight's perfect. The amount of shots that I take which look like I focused on the right thing and then I haven't, if
Oh
you can
yeah.
just pinpoint it on it, like in those games, it just makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does. I've definitely taken pictures where it's not actually in focus. I'm just like, and then you find out, a week later when you're trying to edit the thing, you're like, oh, well, I guess that's unusable.
Uh, so you just touched on there when you edit a picture. So do you do a lot of editing,
Oh
or do
yeah.
you just do basic?
Well, I mean, it just depends. I don't try to like change the image, I guess.
Yeah,
More, I don't know, optimize the image, I guess would be a good word for it. But it just depends. Like some don't need much at all.
yeah,
And then you have Red Dead shots that need a lot.
yeah. I've just checked the comments, and obviously you've been talking about Bound. Bound is getting a
Uh-huh.
lot of love on the comments. I'm
Oh
thinking I'm
yeah.
gonna have to pick this up and give it a go.
Oh yeah. And I mean, it's a short game, so it's not,
Yeah,
it won't take you too long.
I'll pick it up and see what I think of it.
Yeah.
So with the editing, we've also been asked by Saviour76 on Twitter, have you got any tips on give? Well, I'll start again. What tips would you give on using editing tools for VP finishes? So I know there's lots of editing apps, lots of people
Uh-huh.
have different ways. Is there? And a lot of people are just starting out fresh,
Hmm.
who maybe don't get involved in editing. Is there any tips that you give anybody on editing? Any kind of things to do, not to do that you've learned by when you do your editing?
Well, I mean, I use Photoshop, just because that's what I've always used. And that is not to say that I'm an expert by any means. Basically, everything I know about it is just what I've learned through trial and error. Um, but I think one thing I've definitely learned is not to overdo it because I definitely look back at some of my older edits and I'm just like, ooh, what was I thinking there?
I think
In
we've all
fact,
had those moments.
if I repost something, a lot of times I'll re-edit it again because I just hate how it looks.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
feel you on that one.
but yeah, I mean, I would over brighten, I would over contrast, I would over saturate, and I think you have to pull back just a little bit. Um,
It's made
and
harder
just
nowadays, isn't it, as well, where because whether people edit on their laptops or on their phones, you can adjust your screen brightnesses. So the
mm-hmm,
effect that you're going for doesn't always carry across to other screens. And I think the amount of things I've tried to post on Twitter, which when I'm in my editing app looks
mm-hmm.
perfect, and I go to post it on Twitter and like, that looks a bit darker or
Oh yeah,
doesn't look right. It's yeah,
absolutely.
it's a tricky one. Tricky one.
Yeah, and
So
I actually end up editing them twice because I edit on my computer, um, and then I'll transfer them to my phone, and
yeah,
then basically do a quick edit again on my phone because it doesn't look right anymore.
yeah. Are you a bit of a perfectionist?
Yeah, but not to the extent where I would spend a ton of time on it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, well, good enough.
Are you a kind of like couple of minutes tops? If it takes any longer than that, let's not bother.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, some edits, it's just like it'll take me 30 seconds to edit.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with Red Dead shots, those will take me longer, usually because you have to remove so much vignette. But
Yeah, that is really annoying in those shots, isn't it, from Red
it's
Dead?
so annoying. I don't understand it. It's weird.
I mean, I love using it as an editing tool, but when it's there already and you have to try and remove it, yeah, I'm
Oh
not a
yeah.
fan.
Oh, that's a big pet peeve of mine is when there's a vignette slider on photo modes, but
Yeah,
there's already a vignette on there, and you're like, okay, well, how do I remove it?
yeah. So if any developers are going to be listening to this, one tip: don't have that effect on already if you're going to have the slider in your photo mode.
Yes, exactly. Or have
Perfect.
it go negative. I don't know.
So do you find a lot of your shots are you go into a game looking for a shot, or is it spontaneous? Do you just something catches your eye and you take the picture, or do you have a shot in mind that you go in for when you're
Uh,
playing?
Definitely spontaneous.
Yeah,
I, yeah, I'm just like running along, doing whatever, and then I see a shot and then stop and take it. And I mean, every now and then I'll be like, oh, it'd be really cool to get a shot with this or with that. But like 99% of my shots are just me running
yeah.
along and I see something cool or I see some cool lighting or something. And
And I think that's where a lot of really cool shots come from, isn't it? Is that it literally catches your eye and you capture that moment. I think if you
hmm
plan it too much, like what we're saying about editing, sometimes if you plan it too much, it can look too forced and kind of have the opposite effect of what you want.
hmm
That makes sense. But yeah, I'm with you. Spontaneous shots all the way.
yeah, I have to be playing the game, if that makes sense. Like I
Yeah,
can't just go into a game with the aim of taking pictures.
yeah,
Like I have to be, even if it's like, oh, I gotta get all these collectibles now or something. I have to be doing something in the game.
yeah.
Um,
And do you do it on your first playthrough? Are you one of these people who plays the game first to play the game and then play through it again to take shots, or are you just I'm just
oh
going to
no.
take shots whenever, wherever?
No, I just take them whenever.
Yeah,
I can't hold back the first time around.
yeah. No, definitely, I'm with you on that one. And do you ever find yourself getting like a creative block, or you're playing a game and just can't find a shot or get a shot? And if you do, what do you do to kind of like get out of that way of thinking or that?
Well, I mean,
Like
that's
what?
the thing is like because they're just spontaneous, I wouldn't say I really get creative blocks because I'm not
Yeah,
trying to do anything. Like
yeah,
if I don't, I can play for a week and I don't take a shot and that's fine. Like I'm just, if I don't see
yeah,
anything, I don't care. I just won't take
yeah.
anything. But
It's a good way to be.
yeah, I just do it as it comes to me, I guess.
Well, it's obviously working for you because I know we briefly touched on this when we were messaging backwards and forwards. You won some competitions. So you've had some notable wins on Red Bull Capture Point, which I think was
Uh-huh.
2021,
20, yeah, it would have
or
been 21.
and then Ubisoft last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can you tell us about that experience? I mean, obviously, that is massive. Um,
Yeah, that was really cool. Um, I mean, there wasn't much experience per se with the Red Bull
mhm,
one because it was just, you sort of just won the prizes. At that time,
yeah.
it wasn't I mean, they had the gallery, but you didn't win the prize to go there at the time. Um, so,
So
it was really cool to be featured, but I didn't get to experience that per se. Um,
you should have held
but
on to that shot till the year after, then you could have gone to New York.
apparently, well, I got to go to New York, like, I think it was a week before the other one,
Yeah,
before the Red Bull one this last
yeah,
year. Um,
cool.
but yeah, so with the Ubisoft one, um, so we won, I guess we won a laptop, we won the trip to New York, uh, a print, and then I think it was a year of Ubisoft Plus. But obviously, the trip to New York was the big part.
Yeah,
Um, and that was so cool. I've never been to New York, and that was so much fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely something I'll remember the rest of my life.
Did you find it hard to choose the shots you put in, or was it like when you're taking shots, was it just spontaneous? You just thought, I'll just put these ones in, see how they do, or did you have to really narrow it down on what you were going to put in the competitions?
It was very hard, mainly
Yeah,
because I have so many shots from Ubisoft games.
yeah.
I mean, I think I have almost 5,000 in the last Assassin's Creed alone.
Whoa,
Um, yeah,
that's a lot.
but actually, the one that well, there was actually two that won technically. The big one
Mm,
was it was like a blue flower, um, and that's one that I actually took specifically for that competition. I was trying to I just wanted something new in there because all the
yeah.
other ones are just ones I had taken already. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna run around and see if I can find anything interesting. And I came across that one flower and started taking a bunch of pictures. And then I was playing with sliders and um, bumped the saturation up a lot. And because that flower has so many different colors in it, changing the temperature and the tint really affected it.
Yeah.
And so I have like a reel of shots of that flower. I have like 20 pictures of that flower. And as soon as I took that picture, I was like, that's the one. And
And that,
ironically, that's the one that won.
so what you're saying is you take spontaneous shots, and the one time you took a planned shot, you won a massive competition.
Well, it wasn't planned. It was planned to go in and take pictures. That one
Yeah,
shot itself wasn't planned.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just ran around and I saw that flower and was like, oh, that's cool. I bet I could get a cool shot of that. Um, so
Cool.
it was
That's
half
really
planned.
good. So do you
But
do you
yeah.
find do you enter a lot of the, I mean, obviously there's quite a few competitions to go on
Oh,
for
yeah.
VP now. Do you go in for all of them? Did you go in for the VP awards?
Yeah, I did. But mine were nowhere near as good as the ones that won.
I tell you what, the standard of the shots in the VP awards this year was immense, immense. I instantly after I submitted mine, just you look at some of the other ones being put, and they say, okay, yeah, I know I'm not going to win.
Oh, yeah. I was like, well, fair enough.
But I think it's really good that the developers, publishers, and the fourth focus in the VP awards that there are these things for us to go for. I think it kind of it help not helps boost our creativity, but like you're saying there, you went in looking for a certain shot,
hmm
taking a certain shot. the feeling you've had from winning that, it's such a good thing that it's this kind of medium is being recognized to the point where these big companies are doing these things for it. And onwards and upwards, let's get
Hmm.
lots more competitions. Brilliant.
Yeah, there are a ton out there for sure.
So looking through your feed on Twitter, you've got quite a lot of landscape shots and environment
Hmm.
shots. There's the odd portrait shot dotted around.
Hmm.
What kind of are you drawn to landscape shots? Is it just that because you're doing a lot of spontaneous, you just literally just snap what you're looking at, or
Hmm.
is it just the style you fall into? That's asked by Shinobi on Twitter.
It's sort of both, I guess. That's just sort of where I fall naturally. I like that, beautiful landscape shot. And like you said, it's a lot of, oh, look at that over there. I want to take a picture of that. Um, and taking portrait shots is just harder, quite frankly.
Coming from a portrait VP, it's hard. It's hard.
It's harder
The amount that
because,
hits the cutting room floor.
and it's a lot easier to get away with a landscape, I think, graphically. I mean, characters are so detailed nowadays, but you always get that, their hair's going through their head now, and oh, that shadow isn't quite right. But on a landscape, it's not as noticeable, I
Yeah,
think. So a lot of times I'll go in to take a portrait, and I'm just like, I don't really like how that looks. It's just not right. Like I have
yeah,
some of Arthur Morgan in Red Dead that it's like the shadow from the hat isn't right, and you're just
yeah.
like, well, that kind of ruins the whole thing. So.
Yeah. Definitely. I think, and like I said, clipping on portraits is
Mm-hmm.
it's the bane of my life. You've got a perfect portrait lined up, and then the hair goes right through their cheek and out of their nose.
Oh yeah.
It's not good. But then people also use that to their advantage when you see some Horizon Forbidden West shots with Aloy's hair. It can use it to
Oh
your
yeah.
advantage. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have to take your advice, and if I can't get a portrait, then just start snapping some landscapes.
It's
Reduce
easier,
my
I'm
stress
telling you.
levels. So what games that are coming out this year or coming up are you looking forward to playing and capturing? Is there any that stand out for you that you're really waiting for?
Well, definitely Spider-Man 2. That's gonna be fantastic, obviously.
Definitely.
Um, I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be the same photo mode.
Hey, they
I
might
don't
have some
see why it wouldn't
surprises for
be.
us.
Or at the very least, it won't be any less than this photo mode, I sure hope. Um, Obviously the next Assassin's Creed um
So yeah,
should
when's
be
Mirage
good.
out? Mirage is out in
I
is it
think
fall?
it's late this year,
Yeah,
or supposedly. I mean, games always get delayed, so who knows? But
because they're scaling it back this time, aren't they? They're scaling it back to one kind of enlarged location rather than a massive
yeah,
open world.
it's gonna be your more classic Assassin's Creed, I guess. Which I think is a good solution to that issue, is just release one game that's like that and then release another game that's a big RPG.
Yeah, and I think the good thing, well, the good thing or the bad thing about Assassin's Creed is several times they've reinvented the franchise or tried to reinvent the franchise, whether it's been for better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when they announced Mirage, I think a lot of the community who like those games were like, "Yes, thank you."
Yeah,
A lot of people have been saying that. I mean, as good as Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla are, it's a major step away from kind of like the core mechanics and the core gameplay from Assassin's Creed, wasn't it?
it is, yeah.
But they are awesome games, just in case Ubisoft are listening.
Agreed. Oh, I definitely like both.
Yeah,
Because Brotherhood is one of my favorites, but I also love the new ones. I think they're just, I mean, but I love big RPGs, so that's kind of easy for me to fall into that.
yeah.
Um,
And did you say that Origins out of the latest trilogy is your favorite?
See, that's hard because I liked Origins, um, but then I liked the setting better in Odyssey, but I thought the combat was worse. And then I think the combat is actually the best in Valhalla, but the setting is kind of eh.
Yeah, I agree on that. The UK is pretty meh. Living in the
I mean,
UK, it's not.
it's beautiful in its own way, but it's not Greece.
It's not. And when they announced it was going to be in the UK, I was thinking, I live here. I know what it's like. It's not exactly the most exciting place to be running around and doing stuff. But yeah, it's a beautiful game. But Greece in Odyssey is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah. And the DLC
Definitely.
I thought was amazing in that game too. I think that was the best DLC for sure.
Yeah, because they done was it Legacy of First Blade and then Fates of Atlantis?
Yeah, so it was basically all three afterlives. Is that what it is? I
Yeah,
guess
yeah,
Atlantis
yeah,
wasn't really
yeah,
afterlife, but
yeah. See, I can't remember what the names of the different half-lives were. So you've got, is it Elysium?
yeah, Elysium, the underworld, and then
Yeah, yeah.
Atlantis.
See, I never got to the Atlantis part. That's the bit I wanted to
Oh,
get
that's
to,
the
but
best one.
I know, but I got to the underworld and to be honest, I got a little bit bored.
Yeah,
But
it has its own aesthetic. It's just a little, it can be overbearing a little bit.
yeah, exactly. No, they're absolutely brilliant games. Brilliant games.
Hmm.
So, with lots more people starting to do VP, um, what one bit of advice or what advice would you give people just starting? Because obviously, it's probably a lot of pressure when somebody new to VP sees a lot of these shots. They're only just starting.
Hmm.
What what advice would you give a new VPer from anything that you've learned in your time gaming and doing virtual photography?
Well, I mean, I know people say this all the time, but basically you have to do it for yourself first. Um, if you're heading into this thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get all these likes, I'm gonna get all the attention from the devs," that's not necessarily gonna happen, especially right at first.
Yeah,
Like you kind of have to just stick with it. And you have to enjoy it. Like if you're not enjoying it, then there's no point in doing it. And nobody else can enjoy it if you're not enjoying it, I feel like.
exactly. I think there's so much talk around the numbers, like you said, the likes, the followers, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But you can see when you're looking at your feeds and things that are on there, you can see people who love it and their passion is in their shots over people who are just posting shots just for the likes. I
Hmm.
think like you said, you've got to be in it for you. If you're not happy, it's going to show.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. So we've done our questions. I think we've done the community questions. So now is the time when it can be really good or really embarrassing if nobody wants to ask a question. So I'm going to open it up to our listeners who are listening live. If you've got a question for Katie, send over a request to speak. I'll confirm you can speak and then ask your question away. Don't be shy. Um, I know Jack had one. I think Jack's question, which he popped in the comments, we've covered. Yeah, so he said, how did it feel to win both Red Bull and Ubisoft? Obviously, super amazing.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Yeah.
do you try to capture a new image or do you go with an old favourite? So I think we've kind of touched on that one as well. A bit of both. Have we got anybody who wants to ask a question? Come on, don't be shy. Cynthia, I know you're not going to let me down. You would have thought of a question. No. Well,
Well,
we've obviously covered everything that everybody wanted to find out about you
apparently.
in our chat so far, which is all good. Well, thanks for your time, Katie. It's been really good speaking to you, getting to know a little bit more about you, your VP, and your
Yeah,
experience.
it was great to be here.
No problem. We'll see bits and pieces on Twitter. We will post the link to this episode on Spotify and for your podcast player tomorrow, or listen again on the space. And again, Katie, thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Have a good rest of your day. And we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
You too.
Novi, if you're still there, we've just had a request for a question.
Yeah, sure.
We've got Bianca. Oh, Bianca, I knew you wouldn't let me down. Bianca, you are live. What question have you got for Novi or Katie? Slash. I think. Let me just invite her to speak. It's going to be one of those awkward moments where she pressed the wrong button by mistake. No, it seemed to be a few technical difficulties. So once again, Thanks, Katie. We'll catch up soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.